Sometimes the quietest eyes carry the loudest pain. On a dusty street corner, a small dog stood still while the world moved around him, his face swollen and one eye badly injured. Yet he didn't run from the people who approached, almost as if he had been waiting for someone to care. His name was Pufik. Pufik was only about 2 years old when people in the neighborhood first noticed him wandering slowly along the road. A year earlier, he had been abandoned and left to survive alone on the streets. Life there had not been kind. One side of his face was swollen, and the area around his eye was badly injured. The wound was open and inflamed. An infection had already begun to develop. His small body looked tired from days of discomfort. Despite the pain, Pufik remained gentle. When a few residents approached him carefully, he didn't bark or run away. Instead, he stood quietly, watching them with a tired but trusting gaze. Seeing his condition, they immediately knew he needed help. The rescue team arrived not long after receiving the call. When they approached, Pufik simply stood there, calm and still. His injured eye made his face look uneven, and the swelling around the wound had grown severe. Yet there was something incredibly soft about his presence. He allowed the rescuers to move closer, speaking to him in quiet voices. When they gently lifted him into a carrier, he didn't struggle or resist. Perhaps he was too tired to fight, or perhaps he somehow understood that these strangers meant him no harm. Soon the vehicle began moving toward the veterinary clinic. Inside the carrier, Pufik lay quietly, occasionally shifting his head as the car moved along the road. The rescuers kept glancing back at him, hoping the injury had not caused deeper damage. What had this small dog endured during his months on the street? How long had he been walking around with that painful wound? No one could know for sure, but one thing was clear. At last, Pufik was on his way to safety. When Pufik arrived at the veterinary clinic, the medical team immediately began examining his injury. The wound around his eye was serious but treatable. His face was heavily swollen and fluid had accumulated within the damaged area. Without treatment, the infection could have spread further. The veterinarians carefully cleaned the wound and began draining the fluid to relieve the swelling. For the next several days, this delicate process had to be repeated. Each treatment helped reduce the pressure around the injury and prevented further infection from developing. Antibiotics were started to control the infection, and Pufik remained at the clinic so the staff could monitor his recovery closely. Throughout the examinations and treatments, Pufik stayed remarkably calm. He allowed the veterinarians to care for him without fear, quietly watching their movements as if trusting them completely. Sometimes he rested his head on the soft blanket in his recovery space, finally able to relax after what must have been weeks of discomfort. For the first time in a long while, he was safe. The first week of treatment focused on controlling the infection and reducing the swelling around Pufik's eye. Each day, the veterinarians carefully cleaned the wound and removed any remaining fluid. Slowly, the swelling began to decrease, and with it, Pufik's energy began to return. At first, he spent most of his time resting quietly in his kennel. But soon, small signs of improvement appeared. His appetite returned. When caregivers brought his meals, Pufik would stand up eagerly, wagging his tail as he approached the bowl. Watching him eat with enthusiasm was one of the first reassuring signs that his body was healing. By the second week, the transformation became more visible. The swelling on his face had reduced significantly, and the wound began to close and dry. The once painful area now looked far healthier. But perhaps the most heartwarming change was in Pufik's spirit. The shy dog who had arrived quietly at the clinic began greeting the staff with bright, curious eyes. Whenever someone entered the room, his tail would start wagging immediately. Sometimes he would follow them around the small treatment area, eager for a gentle pat or a few kind words. It was as if he had rediscovered something he had been missing for a long time: trust. 2 weeks after his rescue, Pufik looked like a completely different dog. His face had returned to normal, his energy had returned, and the wound that once caused so much pain had nearly healed. Today, Pufik no longer wanders the streets alone. After recovering at the clinic, he was adopted by a loving family who immediately fell in love with his gentle personality. Now his days are filled with walks in the park, warm beds, and the kind voices of people who truly care for him. The frightened stray with the injured eye has become a joyful, playful companion. Sometimes he runs happily through the yard, his tail wagging without pause, as if celebrating the life he almost lost. Pufik's story reminds us that a single act of kindness can change everything. A phone call, a helping hand, a moment of compassion. These small actions can give a forgotten animal a second chance at life. If Pufik's journey touched your heart, please leave a comment, share this story, and subscribe to support more animal rescue stories. Because somewhere out there, Another small soul may still be waiting for someone to notice them.